guys here. I hope this motherfucker's ready. Make some noise for Kyle from Word. Love this man.
Go, Whitebeard!
Take it off. Overall.
Hello, everyone.
What's up?
My name is Kyle from Work.
Hello.
When you start a business, your first supporters are your family and friends. I'm calling my special a family film because as my first supporters, y'all are family. This is my business, and I wanted y'all here for it. I want this room full of love.
Right? Yeah.
I could probably do 5 minutes of material with each and every one of you. Not like I'm talking shit, I'm not gonna roast you, nothing like that, right? But because you've all seen me do some questionable shit. And some of those stories might come up today. Let's jump in. I'm queer, and I'm a bro. Which means I'm gay. All bros are gay. Even if they're straight, they're gay. I was hanging out with one of my best friends from high school, which is usually when people start coming out as bro. And I'm at Jose's house. We're at Jose's apartment. There's 3 other friends we grew up with. There's 5 of us total, right? So I'm in Jose's hallway. I'm texting, just in the way, and Jose starts walking down. So I'm like, my bad, bro. Let me just get up. I'll go to the side. You hear me better? Hear me better like that? I'm on the side, and all of a sudden I feel this gust of wind in my ear go. Jose goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm waiting for you, Daddy. And Jose thrusts his hips so hard I could tell Jose's wearing a belt that day. I never would have known otherwise. Does this sound heterosexual to you so far? No, right? Because keep in mind, we're not the only 2 people in this apartment. There are 3 other grown men that walk into this situation, and I'm the smallest one. I believe the kids call that sus. So I turn on my friends, and I'm like, hey, if the 5 of us squeeze into this hallway, do you think we'll fit? And you know what Jose said? You know what Jose said? Jose said, no way! And I said, fuck you, Jose! Which is pretty much how you persuade any straight friend from high school. And so we tried every configuration. We went from height, we went from weight, we went from alphabetical order. I thought that would be really cool, but it didn't work. But we found out that Jose, if he sits down here in a squat position, we sit on his lap, cascading like stairs, dick to ass stairs, we fit. I'm like, Jose, I told you won't fit, bro, I told you won't fit. And he's like, Kyle, guess what? God damn. Holy shit. Someone played kendama in high school. Okay. What did I say? Fucking, we fit, bro, we fit. He's like, Kyle, guess what? I'm like, what? And he thrusts his hips so hard that it pushes me against the wall. They were all wearing belts. I felt them. The might of this man's pelvis was so strong that it penetrated the bodies of 3 other grown men, gaining force from each one. If you watch My Hero Academia, this dude won for all my ass. He said, Detroit, smash! That's from him. Look, I know that joke's not for everyone. Now y'all know why the money from this goes to charity. I can't take your money after making you listen to that shit. But I promised one of my coworkers at least 6 anime references tonight, and that was the first. And I think that's not a bad joke. And dude, that joke shows commitment. It only goes up Okay? It only goes up. When I get to a certain point, I can't go back. As soon as I say, waiting for you, Daddy, y'all are stuck with me. Okay? And it's a good joke. It's a good joke, bro. All I'm trying to say. Y'all know that surprise hug where someone just comes up to you from behind, you know? I've gotten that from 2 girls in my life. But I've gotten that from every straight man I know. They'll even throw in one of these. Am I right? I like extra pickles on my sandwiches. This next part's just facts about me. I like extra pickles on my sandwiches. I need my socks to match. I'm talking left foot, left sock, right foot, right sock. If I were to be an Avatar Last Airbender, I would be a waterbender. That way, I could chill in bed, pee into the air, and bend it into the toilet. Also, if I was ever constipated, I would study with earthbenders, give myself one of these. Reference number 2. I like how new Sharpies sound on paper. I like to read books written by people who don't write books, like Rick Ross, Logic, and Seth Rogen. I don't like being called buddy. Makes me feel short. I stand at 5'5" and a quarter, and I gotta say the quarter. It helps my self-esteem. Do you know why I stand in this chair? You know why I'm on this chair? This shit makes me look so much taller, dude. If you see me stand up, it's the same. Looking like Tory Lane in a sway in the goddamn. Oh, she's right there. I'm laughing. Ah, fuck. I hate the dentist. But I get myself a Slurpee after, like a reward. That's what my mom did. That's what my mom does. I'm 25 years old. That's not old, but I got back pain and I gotta wear glasses to watch porn. You can't say new slang at 25 and it kills me. I love slang. Did you know that slang is slang for short language?
What?
That's how deep I am, bro, but I can't say that shit. You can't say that shit? Bro, you try to say new slang at 25, the kids look at you like you're trying to say BTS sucks. And I don't think that. I like K-pop, obviously. I'm coming to terms with lit being the last cool thing I get to say. I'm sure kids don't even say lit no more. No, they don't for sure, right? I don't know. It's not even that cool anymore. Like it used to be like, okay, one time, I was in a rave in San Francisco and I took a bit of ecstasy.
Yeah.
How much is a bit? I lost all my friends. It's okay though, it's okay, because I ended up in this like group of like 6 foot tall white boys. Like none of them wore shirts, they all had bandanas, they shared one water bottle. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, like you've seen them at the rave, right? DJ has been the DJ, dog, you've seen that shit all the time. But I wasn't scared enough, and it was kind of just like I woke up in a cornfield. And I look at these white boys. Thank you. I look at these white boys, and I'm thinking to myself like, oh, there's a pretty good chance. Y'all got cocaine? Because they're white. And you gotta scream it because it's a rave and there's like speakers and shit. So you got, y'all got cocaine! And all of a sudden, this little white dude just like appears. Like he's shuffling through. Like he shuffles through the corn stalks, right? And I was like, who the fuck are you? And he's like, I don't know, who the fuck are you? And I was like, you got cocaine? He's like, yeah. And I'll never forget, right? Because he offered it to me real low, like he's No-Face from Spirited Away, offered me gold, like gold. Obviously, horrible idea. I don't know this guy. It could be laced with something, but at the time, I was like, lit! I can't do that shit no more. I can't do blow like I used to, bro. Who the fuck do you think I am? Kyle from school? Nah, it's all work now, bro. That's better. Now when I say lit, it's not cool. It's like someone comes up to me like, hey Kyle, I heard they sell Chewies at Costco. And I'm like, lit. Alright. Do you know what cool shit I get to say? I get to sign my emails with awesome. That's great to hear. Have a wonderful weekend. And it kills me. Do you know how little I say hella? Hella little. I just want to say. What to say? I'm 25, that's not old, but I'm old enough to know I have no business listening to YG. Because YG did not write Bull Bomb and Belected for my Silicon Valley ass. Mostly because it's supposed to be Bull Bomb and Belected, but I'm not going to be spell checking YG anytime soon. I have more of a Little Dicky background. Just so y'all know going forward, you know what I mean? Alright. Okay. Alright. Y'all like Marvel?
Yeah.
Who can scream the loudest they like Marvel? 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go! Oh, I mean just scream. There you go. That's better. Fuck. Yeah. This is the 7th draft of my jokes. I never thought of just like, hey, scream. 1, 2, 3. Originally, I was gonna ask who y'all's favorite Marvel superhero is, but I pretty much only invited Shang-Chi, Black Panther, and America Chavez fans, if you know what I mean. I'm kidding. Captain America fans are allowed in my show. It's fine. Although, okay, Marvel Civil War, I don't know what side you stood on. You paint that suit gray, you look kind of Confederate, bro. I have one qualm with Marvel, right? The Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos has this metal glove, right? With all the Infinity Stones, he could end half the population with a snap of his fingers, right? My qualm. How can he make metal have a snap sound? I couldn't get over it. Because in my head, it should have went, I am inevitable. I know some people are those Marvel fans and they're like, oh, these are reality stars. This is my show, so you. And I know that's fucking stupid. That's so stupid. And maybe I'm mad over nothing. Maybe I'm petty. Maybe I'm jealous. Because I grew up in a DC family and we're clearly on a losing team. DC's on their 3rd Batman, and Marvel made so many good Spider-Mans that they could just throw it in one movie like a fucking variety pack. While we're on that, if the Spider-Mans were a variety pack, Andrew Garfield would be the Fritos. I didn't say it. I only eat Fritos because no one else likes them. I ain't gotta share. But Tom Holland, Cool Ranch Dorito. He's a solid Cool Ranch. That is my favorite, bro. That is the first one to always be gone. But Toby. Nacho cheese Dorito. Nacho cheese Dorito was my first love, bro. That was my favorite when I was a kid, right? I don't know where to go there. Spider-Man was my first boy crush. We should go there? Alright. I was alone on New Year's because everyone I knew got COVID. And there was a rumor that if you smoke weed every day, you won't get the Omicron variant. I'm not saying that's true, but I didn't get COVID. So I'm alone on New Year's, and I put a finger in my booty for the first time. Listen. We're all friends here. You know me. I was gonna tell you eventually, one at a time. That's just how I process things, right? This is how I process things. Here it's easy. I can just tell you all at once. So I'm alone on New Year's. I mean, it was cool. I mean, you ever like make some vodka juice at home? Just like you get 2 shots of vodka, throw in a little cranberry juice, take a sip, and you're like, oh, that's not bad. But then you stir it, and I busted. That shit was a mess. That shit was everywhere, bro. Which hand's gonna hold the tissues? No one tells you that shit. And I sat there, and I had to process in my mess. Because because all the leftover toxic masculinity and homophobia ingrained in my brain was automatically gone. Because I could hear all the bullies in my head go, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, Kyle's gay, he likes to get fucked in the ass. And now I can't confidently say I wouldn't. I've never been sexually attracted to a man. But what if he's got moves? Me, I'd prefer a strap-on from a girl with stretch marks and acrylics. It hasn't happened yet, but it's just never say never. It's my moral of the story. Don't turn around, I swear to God, please, don't turn around. Shut fuck up. No, don't say I'll say that. I wasn't really bad, I promise you. Woo! Are there Filipinos here?
Yeah.
Because Filipinos, dude, they fucking love audience participation, bro. Filipinos love it. Have you ever been to a Filipino graduation? Imagine 200 kids. They all get a speech, and it's just screaming. And it lasts 12 hours. God forbid they're in a frat, because they gotta shout out the whole fucking line. They gotta be like, oh, I couldn't have done it without you. Oh, Kuya EJ, Kuya CJ, Ate LJ, Kuya MJ. Bruh. That's something I actually heard at a graduation, bruh. Like, but that's just us, man. Like, we're full of love. Filipinos are full of love. We're corny people, bro. Did you know that the word serenade comes from Filipinos? Yeah, dude, the word serenade comes from Filipinos because there was this white girl that this Filipino sang Lemonade by Passion to, and they called it serenade. Yeah, okay. She was sunshine in the rain. Time and all when I'm in pain. Alright, that's how you bring them back. Alright, what was I gonna say? Filipinos, like, we're really religious people, right? We're really religious, but we don't care about the second commandment. Thou shalt not take thine fucking Lord's name in vain, right? Or something. Basically, you can't use God as a cuss word, right? But Filipinos, we don't say God damn it. We say, Ay, sus, Mario said. That's Jesus, Jesus, Mary, and Jose is Joseph. You gotta be pretty fucked up if you're using Jesus' stepdad's name in vain. When I first heard of Jesus Mario Sep, right? I was on a road trip with my family to Lake Tahoe. Like I said, little dicky background. And we were driving, and my folks can't find the hotel. My mom keeps going, Jesus Mario Sep, Jesus Mario Sep, Jesus Mario Sep. And so we get there, it's the Marriott Hotel. So I grew up thinking that the Marriott Hotel was short for Jesus Mario Hotel. Jesus Mario Hotel. Jesus Mario Hotel. You hear that? And then all of a sudden I saw Marriotts everywhere, and I was walking around like, huh. Filipinos are dominating the hotel hospitality industry. Who would have thought? See, that's funny because we do. You go to a Filipino, or you go to a hotel run by Filipinos, you'll be treated good, bro. That's the thing, bro. Like, we're good at making people feel like family, bro. We're like fucking. Someone asked me like, "Hey, what's a good place I can get some Filipino food?" And I said, "Someone's house." Yeah, man. I love that's my favorite thing about our people, bro. Filipinos can make a home out of anything except our own. Boom! Generational trauma cut off right there with me, man. You feel that? That's not a joke for you, that's a joke for me, okay? Homeboy can't afford therapy no more. This is it, bro. Golly, alright. I got 3 more topics for you. I have no transition, so we're gonna go with MLA format. Right. And we're going to talk about my dad, my culture, and my religion. And I know we talked about my culture a little bit already, but we're going to talk about it more. Otherwise, your knowledge of Filipinos is going to come from 90 Day Fiancé, and I can't let that happen. Am I wrong? They love Filipino, but we made Big Ed the man he is today. I love my dad. I love my dad a lot, I do. He's older now, he's got health problems, can't drive as well, you know, so sometimes I'll drive him around and I'll like to pick up water from Costco, pick up big old bags of soil for the garden, shit like that, right? I look forward to this. It's a chance to at least sit in silence with him, you know? And one time we're driving and he goes, "Boy." That's how we talk. He goes, "Boy." And I'm like, "Yeah." So it doesn't even faze me anymore. I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he goes, "You have babies?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll have babies, yeah, when I'm ready, no problem, when I'm ready." And he goes, "One baby, spot. 2 baby, good. 3, better." And he stopped talking. I'm his 4th kid. This dude really said 1 baby's bad, 2 is good, 3 is better, 4 is too much. I don't know if y'all can tell from that, I don't speak my native tongue. I don't speak Tagalog or Ilocano or any of the thousands of Filipino dialects. And people get real mean about that, bro. People get so mean if you don't speak the language, bro. You don't speak the language, they look at you like you spat on their Filipino flag Adidas track jacket. And I think that's fucked up. I think that's fucked up. I don't speak the language. Does that make me less Filipino? No, right? Because think about it like this. I'm the last of 4 kids. I'm the first U.S. American born in my entire bloodline. I grew up with my mom going, "He's going to be a president." And then I ended up doing stand-up comedy. They put 4 of us through school, got 3 of them their citizenships. This took 10 plus years. And you're telling me that you want my folks to spend their weekends with my little ADH dumbass going, "Isa is 1. Dalawa is 2. That's as far as I know. That's as far as I got. And so it's partially my fault because meanwhile, I hit a 400-day streak on Duolingo and for Japanese and anime is so much fun. Omae tachi wa watashi no joku o waratte kudasai. Yeah. I said, "You all, please laugh at my jokes." But I say you all like I'm your superior talking down to you. The way Luffy talks to his, well, Luffy from One Piece. I feel like I'm forgetting an anime reference, but we're just gonna go fucking whatever, it's fine. What I say? Waratte kudasai. Laugh, please. I do this thing that's really embarrassing if you're like a first generation, second generation, you know, your parents immigrated. Like my parents speak to me in English with a little slight Filipino accent, right? But I'll respond to them in English with their accent. Everyone else do that? It's just me. It's just so embarrassing, bro. Like for example, if my dad were to go, "That's not good," he would actually say, "It's not good." See, that's subtle. It's subtle. But I would respond to him, "That one is not good." And shout out to my dad because he just let that shit slide. I didn't start doing that from a baby, you know what I mean? I just started doing it and stopped randomly. And he just let it slide for years. I'm props to him for that because for me, I've been like, "Hey, bro, that's kind of racist, dog." Like, I don't, like technically it isn't, but that's fucking racist, dog. So check that out. So I didn't grow up very traditionally Filipino. It happens, bro, when you're first generation. People are like, your folks are like focusing on surviving. Ain't got time for that, especially for grandparents in the house. You know, they're back at home. You know, I didn't grow up with grandparents in my house. They're still in the Philippines to this day. But when I was 15, I was dating this girl, super traditional Filipino, super, right? And her grandma was coming home to visit. And we do this thing in Filipino culture where if you, when you see your elders, like your best examples, your grandparents, when you see your elders, they will extend their hand, you take it to your forehead, you kind of dab it, and it's called a blessing. Other cultures, like Vietnamese cultures, do this, but they get a red envelope. Filipinos, we don't get shit, and they call it a blessing. So I didn't grow up doing this, right? But I'm dating this girl, and we're 15, and her grandma comes home to visit. So I was like, okay, here's my chance. And I should say her grandma does not like me. Okay, her grandma does not like me, right? So she goes first, and she's like, all right, hi Lola, and she gets the blessing, and it's my turn. I go, hi Lola, I get her hand, and I feel resistance. But I got the blessing. I snapped onto her fingertips like two maggots. And I got it to my forehead. I overpowered a 5'1", 70-year-old Filipino woman. And I'm not proud of that. I should say why she doesn't like me. I don't think it's a big deal. You let me know. Okay, I don't think it's a big deal. So, first time we met, I met the grandma. We talked, I told her I went to church, and so she was like, okay, he's a good guy. That was it. And then she went upstairs. So my girlfriend and I were at the bottom floor, downstairs. Grandma's upstairs doing grandma shit, like playing the rosary or praying the rosary. And she's the type that like brought her own altar. So so she's upstairs, we're downstairs, and you know. You give me a hand job, and and I came, and it was nice because it was the first time I had ever came from another human being. It wasn't the first time we did stuff, but it was the first time I finished because I was shy the first time. So I finished and I was like, yeah, it's just on my shirt. Yeah. I said shirts. We're not naked, we're 15. This is the doing the nasty over your basketball shorts age. You remember that shit? So it's on my shirt, and that's just the glove, just viscous. You remember how your shit looked at 15? My shit doesn't look like that anymore. I lost so many good soldiers. So we finished, or I finished. And it's on my shirt. And then in my head, I'm like, yes. And then her grandma walks in. And she's pissed. She's like, what is that? My girlfriend, she panicked. She's like, spit? And she's like, that's not spit, it's too viscous. Okay. We're almost done, it's cool. So she was mad. Fair. I don't know, fair. But she hit me with, now I know what kind of boy you are. What kind of boy I am. I'm 15 and I'm coming off a hand job. Obviously, I'm a fucking loser. I'm just kidding. That's not bad. That's fine. It's completely fine. I didn't know where else to end that joke. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Say thanks. All right, so that's my dad. That's my culture. My religion. Do you guys want to see my friends? All right, so here we go. So I have rose quartz. This is one of my favorites, and I have is this over here? I have tiger's eye. I love my tiger's eye. People talk shit about crystals. I love crystals. Sometimes I make them kiss. People talk shit about crystals, but I don't see the difference between this and, say, for example, a rosary. Let's picture a rosary, and let's picture a Catholic priest. Right? A Catholic priest will get his dark magician scepter with the holy water in it, and he'll have two kids on each side, and he's going to bless the rosary like, ding, ding. That's the bell that the kids got to ring, or else the blessing doesn't work. He goes, ding, ding. And now that rosary is holy, right? And you will put that rosary in the rear view mirror of your car for protection. Even if you total the car, you'll take that rosary, put it in another car, and it didn't work the first time.
Why are you so loud, bro?
It doesn't make sense, but it makes people feel good. That's all I'm trying to say. So I don't see the difference between that and me carrying my crystals in my pocket everywhere that I left in the moonlight to charge. The only difference is that Catholicism sold more books to white people. And while we're on that, if there is a God, I don't think he or she or they give a fuck about what you call them. God, Allah. For all we know, their full name is God Allah Blueberg III. I like the third. It makes it sound like We got like land or something. That sounds powerful. Why'd I pick the third? August and okay. You know what I'm talking about. I went to Catholic school, so that's why I think like this. Absolutely, that's for sure why. And it was dope, like for the most part, because I grew up with the same 16 people, 16 boys my whole life, bro. We were close, man. We talked about everything. We talked about girls. We talked about anime. We talked about spontaneous erection. And you need that shit at that age, especially at that age, bro, because imagine me at the back of the classroom, right? Imagine me at the back of the classroom, I turn to my friend and I go, hey bro, can you turn my homework in for me, bro? Like, I can't stand up. And let me stop here because the feedback I've gotten is that y'all can't tell I'm trying to say I can't stand up because my dick is hard. Right? That's what I heard. Okay, so let me make it painfully clear. I don't want to do this. But if I don't, you won't follow, okay? So I turn to my friend and I'm like, hey bro, can you turn in my homework for me? My dick is so hard that you could use me to nail Jesus' hands to the cross. And my friend goes, I can't stand up either. And I'm like, we're gonna fail! And he goes, you take the left, I'll take the right. And I'm like, cool. Gotta do the other hand. Jesus, like this, right? Well, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about prepubescent dicks in Jesus' hands. I can't talk about that. Oh, but if a Catholic priest talks about it, it's what would Jesus do, huh? I'm kidding. One day I want a reporter to come up to me and be like, hey Kyle, why so much on the Catholic Church? Catholicism sells. That's the only reason. They made their money, I want mine. That's just fair. We do this thing in Catholic school. They made us do it once a year. It's called confession or reconciliation. You've definitely seen it in movies. You go into a room. There's the priest on one side. There's like a wicker wall, and you go on the other side, and you tell them your sins. You get a penance. Your sins are forgiven. I picture it like a toll booth, where the priest is the toll booth operator, and the highway eventually leads to heaven. Just pay your fee, pay your penance, and you get to go through it. Right? Does that make sense? Right, yeah, that's a penance. Usually it's a couple prayers, it's a couple Hail Marys, a couple Our Fathers. But if you have to do the Apostles' Creed, that means you fucked up. You're gonna get something bad if they make you say the Apostles' Creed. No one in church wants to say the Apostles' Creed. The only reason people like doing the Apostles' Creed is that's how you know church is almost over. People are just in the back, just like all monotone. Oh, thank God I believe in one God, Father Almighty. No one wants to say that shit. So the story takes place. We're 12 years old. And what do 12-year-old boys do? They start to touch their little dicks. Right? Yeah, right? That's, I mean, maybe you started earlier. So we have this whole discussion, we have a recess, we have a meeting, because we're like, oh fuck, we got one thing on our mind. Are you gonna come clean to Father? And by that we meant, are you gonna tell Father you jack off? That's it. We didn't want to say the words, it was too dirty. We're like, I want to confess, I'm being a good Catholic, but I don't want to say jack off, that sounds so dirty. What do we say? And finally one kid, he's in the live stream right now for sure, he goes, I got it. I'm going to come clean to Father, but I'm not going to say that I jack off. I'm going to say that I committed adultery. And we're like, adultery, that's it, adultery, that's it. It sounds so adult, like I have a credit score or something. And it makes sense, because the Catholic Church teaches us that masturbation is a form of adultery because you're cheating on your spouse with yourself. So we go to confession, right? We go one at a time. And it's my turn to go up, and we're doing the ceremony, and the boss, the priest, and he goes, anything left to confess, my son? And I'm like, yeah, I filled some homework. I didn't get to turn it in. I stirred my juice and I spilled. And I committed adultery. And this poor priest had no idea. He's used to hearing Catholic school kids with little dicky problems. All of a sudden this kid's coming to him talking about adultery, and the only context he has are the 16 other kids who said the same exact thing. And then we stood up and did the Apostles' Creed together. I believe in one God, Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. That's my time. Thank you all. Thank you all. We're not done yet. Because, bro, man, this is a family film. Like I said, this is a family film. I mean, you can't end a family film without driving off into the sunset and playing some fucking music. So let me welcome one of my best friends, Nathan Alaro, to the stage. Oh no, I need to
Take off your shirt! Take it off!
Oh yeah, thank you, almost forgot. I got a costume change too. Forrest Gump, you're on my mind, boy. Running on my mind, boy. I saw you game, Forrest. Run for it. I was screaming, run for it, boy. But you kept running past the end zone. Forrest Gump. Thank you everyone. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Thank you for letting me do that. That's the only way I can think of end this show, goddammit. Boom! Oh no, we ain't done it. I gotta say my thank yous, bro. Holy shit. Nathan Love on the strings. This is the ace to my Luffy, bro. We've been doing music since high school. I love this man. Let me hear it. We're gonna do it, man. We're gonna do it. You better get fucking louder because it's Kyle and Carlos. This dude, this is my business partner. I love you. Let's hear it for you. Go. This is Filipino ass shit to be doing this with a guitar in the back, right? Let's hear it for our camera people. Brian, Daryl, Gavin. Fucking thank you. Let's hear it for your own Alright. Let's hear it for Hilo. She had to dip, but I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for her. What's up, Hilo? Look at that Teresa. Cynthia! Shout out Gabrielle. I'm Billy DeFrank, Community Center. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for everyone in the live stream. Please support Black, Brown, Asian business. My name is Kyle from work. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.
I'm broke, posted with my team, getting guapo. I've been at the leads on Telly Road, getting my bread up. One day I turned an old Civic to a Tesla. Be a girl and she let her drink Priv. In the Pico parking lot, she spoke her joint, took a sip. Superstars on her feet and my hands on her hip. I remember how we felt when we was kids, but since then, had to battle some demons like cash cow. I learned how to keep on pushing it back down. Now this might be your favorite rap song, so throw your hands in the air like somebody you're trying to rob. Yeah, do it.
We raised over $300 for the LGBT community here in San Jose. Fucking thank you.
Hi everybody. Thanks for watching.
It was good.